There was a small village, but it was full of joy and magic. The sky was always clear and the air smelled sweet like flowers in bloom. The people of the village were kind and warm-hearted, and they had a secret that made their home very special. The magic of the parade, the Flying Elephant Parade, was the highlight of the year. It was the day everyone looked forward to, young and old. It was a time of celebration, music, and laughter. But most of all, it was a time for everyone to see the elephants, who were not only magical but also very friendly, show off their flying skills. The parade would begin at sunrise, when the first light touched the mountaintops, painting the sky in soft pinks and golds. The elephants, with their gleaming gray skin, would gather on the hill at the edge of the village. They would shake their large, floppy ears, stretch their trunks, and begin to flap their great ears like wings, slowly lifting into the air. Bobo the little elephant. Bobo was a young elephant who had just turned 5 years old. While the other elephants in the village had mastered the art of flying long ago, Bobo had not yet figured out how to get off the ground. Every year, he would watch the grand parade, his big eyes wide with wonder, as the other elephants soared high above him. He loved the sound of their trumpets and the sight of the colorful ribbons trailing behind them. But no matter how hard he tried, he just couldn't seem to fly. The day of the parade, finally, the big day arrived. The villagers decorated the streets with bright flowers and colorful streamers. The band played joyful music, and the children wore their best clothes, their faces painted with excitement. The Flying Elephant Parade was about to begin. Bobo was nervous. It was the day he had been waiting for, but he didn't know if he would be able to join the other elephants in the parade. He looked up at the sky, watching as the first elephants began to lift off the ground. They flapped their ears gracefully, soaring higher and higher, their trunks trumpeting out in perfect harmony. It was a beautiful sight. The big surprise. As Bobo flew above the village, he saw something he had never seen before. In the distance, beyond the river and the forest, there was a giant rainbow arching across the sky. It was the brightest, most colorful rainbow Bobo had ever seen. It shimmered like a bridge made of light. The future of the parade. From that day on, Bobo was known as the flying leader of the parade. He led the elephants through the skies, showing them the path to the hidden valley, where the rainbow would always guide them. The village grew even more magical, and the Flying Elephant Parade became more beautiful and exciting every year. Bobo had finally learned that there was no one way to fly. Each elephant had their own unique style. Some flew high and fast, while others glided gently through the air. But what mattered most was the joy they shared, flying together, as a family. And every year, when the sun rose on the first day of summer, the Flying Elephant Parade would begin, filling the sky with laughter, music, and the sound of elephants soaring together, free as the wind. The magical setting. One of the most fun and imaginative aspects of the story is the setting. The village is described as a place full of magic, tucked between tall mountains and wide rivers. Flying elephants. The idea of elephants flying is the heart of the story's magic. Elephants are usually seen as large, heavy creatures that stay firmly on the ground. But in this village, they are not bound by gravity. The Flying Elephant Parade. The central event in the story is the Flying Elephant Parade, a yearly spectacle that the entire village looks forward to. The idea of a parade where elephants don colorful blankets and wear hats made of soft clouds is just too fun to ignore. Bobo's struggles and growth. Bobo, the young elephant, brings a lot of charm and relatability to the story. He represents the idea that not everyone learns things at the same time or in the same way. His struggles to learn how to fly add an element of humor and suspense to the story. Kids who have ever felt like they were behind their peers will relate to Bobo's journey. Lily the giraffe. A supportive friend. Lily, Bobo's best friend, is another fun character in the story. As a giraffe with long legs and a tall neck, she has a different perspective of the world, both literally and figuratively. Grandpa Tusk's wisdom and humor. Grandpa Tusk is the wise, older elephant who offers Bobo guidance and encouragement. His advice is simple yet profound. reminding Bobo that every elephant has its own way of flying. Grandpa Tusk's laid-back, reassuring tone adds a fun layer of wisdom to the story. The discovery of the rainbow. One of the most exciting and magical moments in the story comes when Bobo and the other elephants discover the giant rainbow in the sky. The rainbow is no ordinary rainbow. It's a magical bridge that leads them to a hidden valley. This valley, filled with sparkling flowers and crystal trees, feels like a secret place just waiting to be discovered. The Valley of Flying Elephants. When Bobo and the other elephants reach the end of the rainbow, they discover the Valley of Flying Elephants. This hidden paradise is a place filled with glittering flowers and towering crystal trees, an otherworldly, magical place that's so beautiful and extraordinary it seems like it could only exist in a fairy tale. The message of individuality and perseverance. At the heart of the story is a fun and meaningful lesson about embracing your individuality and perseverance. Bobo's journey teaches that it's okay to be different and that there is no one right way to do something. Every elephant has their own special way of flying, just like every person has their own way of achieving goals. This theme is fun because it encourages kids to embrace their uniqueness and to keep trying, even when things seem difficult. The joy of celebration. Finally, the Flying Elephant Parade itself is a symbol of celebration and joy. The parade is not just about flying, it's about coming together as a community, sharing in each other's accomplishments, and celebrating the beauty of life. The idea of a parade filled with music, dancing, and colorful elephants is a delightful way to show that life is meant to be enjoyed and celebrated.